Hey girl, hey, get ready with me. We're getting ready to do our makeup, okay? I'm in this space where I'm trying to get better at doing my makeup, and so I want you to watch me. Give me some tips, some feedback in the comments, okay? As y'all can see, the eyes are puffy, so we're gonna start off with an eye mask. Now, y'all, it's been 20 minutes. We're gonna take our eye patches off. Little bit of a difference, but I like my topicals. I already put my moisturizer on. This is the moisturizer that I use. This is the e.l.f. Gel Yeah Moisturizer Holy Hydration. Love it down. I have oily skin, so this was what was recommended to me. So have my moisturizer on. Now we're gonna do our primer. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Now the look we're going for is like my everyday, makeup look right now. So next up we have our brows. That's what I do first, my brows. So we're going to be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso. Started focusing more on my skincare, and I realized the fact that like you need good skin for your makeup application to be even better, right? Now I didn't kind of messed up on this brow, as y'all can see, but we're gonna try to fix it. Good skin, what I mean by good skin is like you want to make sure that you're not having like active breakouts, and you want to make sure that you're taking good care of your skin. And so that's why I'm like really focusing on getting rid of the dark spots, things like that, because I want even skin tone, even texture, things like that. Like I love the Dr. Dennis Gross pads that you use for your face to help with like texture and everything. So that's what I enjoy using to help with texture. So I use a brush like this. I hope that's showing up on camera. Now this brush, I don't even know where I got this from. I think I got this off Amazon and like the little brush kit set. So it's like a whole set of them, but this is what I use. And I use my Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer in the shade 400N. This is what I use. So I take a little bit off and put it on the back of my hand like that. And I don't use too much. Okay, my camera died, but we're back. So I typically just put a little bit on the back of my hand because I don't like that like overly, I don't want it to look too dramatic underneath the brows, right? When I clean them up. So I just take a little bit on this brush and then I just go underneath. I start kind of like right here at the, I don't know what that's called, but that part of my brow. And I just bring it down like that. Kind of do it in light strokes. That's it for the brows. Now we're going to get into the face. Like I said, I use skin tint right now. So this is the Fenty Beauty blurring skin tint, eavesdrop blurring skin tint in the shade 21. What I typically do, and y'all let me know, again, I take all constructive criticism and feedback. So I just take this and I just like put it on my skin like that. And then I take a brush like this. This is my Real Techniques brush. Don't know, it's like disappeared now, but I just take that and just like go all over. I try to do a thin layer and then build it up because I do like the fact that this is buildable, because like I said, I'm really working on my skin, so I don't want to put too much and too heavy. But now that like my skin is getting better, I want to dive into some more long wear foundation, especially when I'm going out at night, so I feel like this is great for daytime, which is what we're getting ready for, but like nighttime I want some a little bit heavier. And so I just brush it over my eyes like this. And then when I come up to my forehead, I kind of go back and push it back into my hairline. Again, this is a Fenty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer in the shade 400N. I put it just like that. I don't really have any special technique for that. Then I take a wet beauty blender. I usually try to use like lukewarm water. I let this dry down just a little bit. So I take a fan. It says "You're a Star." Isn't that cute? Let it dry down just a tad. Kind of push for time because my phone keeps like telling me I'm out of storage. So I try to keep it like right up underneath the eye. I don't like when it goes too much over this way, but I think I use too much product, which is why it's doing that. So that's on me. I do the same thing on this side. I try to go straight down, and I'm patting. I'm not like rubbing it. I'm just patting. And I like to look up. Now, I'm somebody who loves, like, I like getting my makeup done, but I also like doing my own makeup more than I like getting my makeup done, oddly enough. Now, if it's for like a special event, like I was at my homegirl's wedding and we got our makeup done, I like that, you know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm going out, you know, or dinner or something like that, I'd just rather do my own makeup, you know? Now, I grew up with the OG YouTubers like Jackie Ina, who else? Aaliyah's Face, like all those girls. So that's like my favorite thing to do is like watch those makeup videos, the hair videos, all of that. Like YouTube girly through and through. And with this one, I kind of just concentrated right in here. Try not to go too much. And I'll go over my little cupid's bow right here. And then my chin, I try to keep it centered as well too. A cream bronzer. This is also Fenty Beauty in the shade Chocolat number 6. So I use this new brush that I got from e.l.f. This is their contouring brush. So I like that it's really dense. You guys can see that. So I'm going to take this, and this is what the cream bronzer looks like. And I kind of just go like that a little bit. Now I do suck in my cheeks a little bit, and I try to stay like right up in here. So yeah, so something like that. And I kind of just brush it again into my hairline, you know, add a little bit more product. Recently, I went to Sephora yesterday, and I was able to find my shade in the Yummy Blurring Balm powder. So definitely will be going to get that as well too. Now, when it gets time to do my nose contour, because I do contour my nose, I typically like to use like an angled brush like this. And I take a little bit of the cream bronzer on there, not too much. And then I just lightly kind of contour my nose like that. And I do go up into my brows a little bit. And then I just kind of go back and forth like so, like that. Now we're going to set our concealer that we did. So I'm using the Danessa Myricks. This is the Evolution Powder in number 1. And I have this little sponge that I got off Amazon as well too. So I'm going to pat it in here, tap off the excess like that. So you just have a little bit. And then I just press it into my under eye like that. I do like to have a little excess on the skin so that I can brush it off. But for the most part, I do try to pat it in there. Now, it's not always as even as I would like. So I definitely would love some feedback on that. And when I say even, like sometimes it's like a little patchy, you know, as I'm bringing it across. While that's doing its thing, now we're going to take we're going to do the powder bronzer. So this is what I use for my powder bronzer. I don't have like an actual powder bronzer. So if you guys have any suggestions for Black women with oily skin, let me know. But this is the Juvia's Place powder in Katsina. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to use this angled brush here that I don't know where I got it from. I think I got it from like Ross or Marshalls or something. And I tap it like that. And then I kind of just, you know, just lightly go into the edges. And just go over what I did with the cream bronzer, you know. Now with this one, I still will use the same thing for my nose. So just like that. Now we're gonna brush that off, and I like to use like a big fluffy brush, so something like this. This is also an e.l.f. Ultimate Blending. So this is, I just brush off the excess like this, and then come to my eyes, I brush down and sweep like that. And then for my nose, and like that, just kind of, you know. And that's it for that. Now I am going to spray my face because I like for it to set. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And I'm going to grab my fan with my eyes closed. Okay, so this is what she's looking like now that she is dried down. Now we're going to go into mascara. This is the LA Colors Biggie Lash Tubing Mascara. I'm not really like a lash extension girly. I've tried them, but my lashes are way too curly for that. So I just stick with mascara. And I don't really have a preference as far as the brand that I use. Down, because my lashes are so curly, I go down and then up, if that makes sense. So I brush them down with the mascara. Just a little bit. And then I brush them up. Now, does this do anything? I think it straightens my lashes out when I go down and then up. So it helps them to look a little bit more, you know. And I do put mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I am an ambidextrous girly. I do have blush. So I have the Fenty Beauty Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blush in Water Brat. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of this. This is a very pretty color. This is the brush that I use for my blush. This is also a brush from the set from Amazon. So I'm just going to tap it lightly like that. You got a little bit product, too much for me. And then I smile. I have really big cheeks. So I just tap it like that and then just kind of drag it up, you know. My favorite color is pink, by the way. So like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I have blush blindness, let me know. But yeah, I just like, and that's it. I really just don't do too much blush. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get into it, but I be a little nervous. So this is what she's looking like. Now we're going to set our face. This right here, love her down. This is the Revolution, Makeup Revolution Super Fix, Super Hold Misting Spray Ultra Matte Finish with Aloe and Vitamin E. Love her down, okay? I don't think you're supposed to shake this. I don't know. Yeah, no. So, smells like hairspray. But we like, yeah, we go in. And you're going to see, like, she just brings this whole look together every single time. I do 2, like, sessions of this, right? But she's just going to melt everything together. You want to keep your eyes closed when you're doing this because listen, we don't want no issues. We want it to look, we want it to eat down, okay? Okay, hello? Like, can we get into it? Can we get into it, okay? Like I said, I do 2 of these, so that's it. She has a good smell though. Like, I'm kind of weird. Like, I like hairspray smells. So it smells good to me. It doesn't smell like paint or like, you know, anything like that to me. Done with that, we're going to do our lips. We're going to use the NYX lip pencil in the shade Hot Cocoa. And again, we're going to use our mirror from our bronzer. So I do like to dry my lips off because I use the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm in Watermelon to be my like lip moisturizer. So I like to wipe some of that off first and then go in with my lip pencil. So again, this is the NYX lip pencil in Hot Cocoa. And I just line my lips. Now, I am not a girly who likes to overline because I already have big lips. So I don't see that as necessary. But if that's the look you're going for, then you have at it, sis. But for me, I just like to make sure my Cupid's bow is pretty outlined. And I kind of bring it down. And I do like to go at the edge of my lip. So as you guys can see, like I do try to go at the line of my lip. And we want it to be really defined. And I like to like bring it in some. Like that. Kind of shade it in the edges. Okay. We're going to leave this out because we're going to put this in our purse. But then we're going to take our NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline or Madeline. I think that's a really pretty girl's name. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. So, and put that in the center. Like that. Now, I'm a nude lip girly. Like, that's my signature look, okay? I love a nude lip. This is how we're looking. I want to add a little bit more. So she can really shine through, you know? And we just... and we're gonna leave this out too, because we're gonna put this in our purse. But this is the makeup look, okay? This is how she came out. We're gonna put our outfit together and then we'll go about our day. Okay, so I'll be back once we have our outfit on. Okay, so here is the finished makeup look. Now that we have our outfit on, I just took this scarf that I found and turned it into a top. Have my jewelry, necklace from my boyfriend, earrings from, don't know where I got the earrings from, hair by Toppy African Hair Braiding Boutique. Jeans are Levi. Purse is from Zara, this old thing. Glasses are from the TikTok shop. Fragrance of the day is actually Victoria's Secret. Don't even know the name of this. I think it's called Bear. So that's the fragrance that we're wearing for today. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Peace.